Hi, this is Wen, um, from Seville's. I'm a property agent and also an investor. I invest in properties, solely on property so far, um, in Singapore, uh, in the UK, mostly in Singapore, but also in the UK as well. So today I'm going to share with you this new scheme that we have, which is very interesting. So without further ado, let me share with you Cerulean Quarter. This is in London, close to Canary Wharf. So this is a photo taken in 2006. If you see this is Canary Wharf back in 2006. Back then, I was just graduated and starting my first job in Singapore in DTZ. So uh, this is we take a time machine, and this is back then 2006. All right, and what happens now? This is what happens now in 2020. 2020, before the COVID. Look at how much the city has progressed. This is the same plots. You can see that the buildings are getting taller, much taller, okay, and more dense, almost like Hong Kong. But now you would notice why the picture in the background, they are not, as in the buildings are not as tall in the background. Let me tell you why. It is because in London, they have this law and regulation that uh, I mean, at the background there, that is central London, basically. You cannot build something which will, I mean, central London, they cannot build tall. There are some landmarks that you cannot block in terms of the right of light and the right of way. So you cannot build tall. You can only build tall on this part of London, which is on the east side. That's why you see a lot of improvements, a lot of tall buildings right here. You cannot recognize from the old English city in the central London. This is like probably like Hong Kong, Shanghai, Singapore. This is the Canary Wharf. All right. Now, where is this? This is the Stratford back in 2006 before the Olympics. This is like almost like, so I always tell my clients, look at the future of what the potential of the place. And this is what happens in 2020. It became a Olympic city. Is a lot of new buildings, offices, commercials, and within 14 years thereabout, it becomes a totally new and very popular town to live, work, and play. Okay, this Stratford. That's at the back there. That's Canary Wharf, the photos which I showed earlier. Okay, next we see again, where is this? All right. Now this is just the neighbor of Canary Wharf. If you see behind this white color dome is actually the stadium, concert stadium O2, where a lot of international artists hold their concerts and all that. So this is where actually the place where we are going to showcase is very near here. So this is back in 2006. And what happens now, this is 2020. So you can see also a lot of improvements done already. Amazing improvements. Okay. So our project right here, do you see this? This building surrounded by these waters around it. That is actually London City Island right here. All right. And Cerulean Quarter is just across, which is right here. So you can see that's Canary Wharf, which I've shown earlier, right? Stratford is on the other side. That's the O2 Stadium. So let us analyze the per square foot prices. So Canary Wharf is definitely is the most expensive in terms of the per square foot. has moved out quite a lot in terms of the growth. You see here, these are some of the schemes that I've been involved in Horseville Quarter back when I was in Knight Frank. And London City Island, 950 per square foot pounds, all right. Well, if you turn that into Singapore dollars, it's not much. Everywhere now, Singapore, even the Tampines or Lentor, those type of places, outskirts, they are already asking this price. 2,000 Sing dollar per square foot. This is less than that. And this is in London, central London. Sorry, it is London zone 2 or 3, yeah? 2-3. So this is London City Island, 950. You see where the value is coming from. Orchard Wharf, 872. Okay, not the sexiest. Okay. Peninsula Gardens, nice, 860. 950. There's also a ballet school right here. Gulab Hope, 940. Brunei Street Works, 776. BTR means built to rent. Here are mostly built to rent apartments. Now you need to appreciate that in UK they have no HDB like in Singapore, so they basically um the masses, like in Singapore, 80% of the locals stay in HDB, but not the case in London and in the UK. Therefore, a lot of demand is similar like Hong Kong, probably. A lot of demand are actually met by the private. And therefore, there's a huge so-called shortage of supply of those affordable places, you know. Can you imagine if Singapore, 80% of the apartments are private and 20% are the government HDBs? Can you imagine that kind of scenario? What would happen? What implies? It will be all runaway prices, inflation and everything. It will be out of reach for a lot of people. And that's what's happening in Hong Kong. And that's what's happening in also the UK. All right. So, okay. So Poplar Riverside, this is by, Poplar, another big developer, 850 per square foot. So in terms of value, you can see we are the lowest per square foot and at 770 per square foot. There is that gap there, the value gap of probably 100, 150 to 100 per square foot, right? Of course, you can't compare it. Canary Wharf, that one can go all the way to 1,002 per square foot, yeah, right now. So this is in terms of the value gap. If you want to realize, if you are looking for investment and all that, for investment, you can take a look at these values. These are all average prices that's transacting. It's a hot market, a lot of transactions, and where there's a lot of track activities, a lot of transactions, prices will be creeping up positively. All right. So moving on. This is what is the future going to be. So the blue ones you can see. Of course, Cerulean Quarter, there will be phase 2 and phase 3. Also, I can appreciate we are just very near to the train stations, both the DLR and underground, right? So the blue color ones, these are all the future that is up and coming, that is coming, and you can basically what they will do, they will be selling mostly because mostly are private. Probably there'll be a lot more pricier. Maybe I would reckon about 800-900 when they launch these future phases. Depends on the developer as well. If those are high-end developers like Berkeley and all that, yes, the prices will be quite high. Yep. So coming back, we are by the way, this is Silvertown Tunnel. It connects this part to that part. By the way, you have to appreciate in London, these are not very far away. I mean, the distances between these are all very, very reachable. If you can believe me, I can walk the whole of this area within probably 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours. Yeah, tops. Actually, it's not that big. It's the area in London, even the whole of 9 Elms in London, I walk the whole of Nine Elms, actually, I realized, hey, it's quite small. And even St. John's Woods and all that. Hey, I mean, it looks big in the map, but actually when you are there and you walk through the Google Maps and all that, explore, you take a nice comfy shoes, sport shoes, and you walk around. Actually, it's not that, it's actually quite small. Yeah, it's not quite small. It's just that our population has grown to so much over the years, and London is projecting their population to be about 10 million. 10 million, yeah, by 2030, I think. Yes. Okay, so next. Okay, this is where the star is. That's where we are. If you look at my cursor, that's the Canary Wharf. The very, very popular Canary Wharf with the Chinese monies are all here, and that's pushing up all the prices here, right? City of London is right to the left over here. If you can see, that's where the Gherkin, the banks, so many banks, all are here, based here. Yeah, Tower Bridge, the tourist spot, the very nice Tower Bridge is right here. I have a flat right here. Yeah, I have something there. I also invest here myself. I told you, Stratford is here, right? The Olympic Stadium. So this forms the Golden Triangle, actually. City of London, Canary Wharf, and Stratford. These are the Golden Triangle, and within this triangle, really, it's like you're looking at a pot of gold right here, right? Now to the right is the London City Airport. So it's close to the London City Airport where you can take the domestic flight or wherever you want to go. Right? There's cable car here as well and all that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is basically Stratford, talking about Stratford again. A lot of things happening. Blah 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 blah. 70,500 new homes. So I mean, these are a successful neighborhood that's been done. And this is the catchment area basically for your tenants. They will be the one paying for your units for rent. Yep. West, that's of course Canary Wharf. You can have 100,000 workers every day, more salary about £100,000. That is almost 200,000 Sing a year, right? You have retail hub with 6 shopping mall, 49 million visitors every year. You can appreciate now why the Chinese buy here, right? Safe haven, freehold, world-class cities, fair taxes, low taxes. What more do you want? Okay, so this is the neighborhood around Cerulean Quarter. You have markets, you have all the F&B, the National Ballet, water sports, restaurants. And this is, I think, research done by our company in Savills. I think Savills, to be fair, I have been in many property consultancy firms. I look at their research reports. Some reports are actually biased to their customers, to the clients they engage in. Some, but I think Savills is the closest, which gives quite a fair assessment. Yeah, so you can see here the local market. These are the red hot ones. I would say that this area, right? So the price has moved quite a lot in this area, and we are within Stratford and the Golden Triangle that I told you about. So the prices here have not moved a lot yet, and thereby the opportunity, because you can access to the same amenities and facilities around, and the same tenant. Those tenants, they are priced out of these markets, and they want to get more value accommodation. They don't mind to stay and move in this way. See? Yep. So not expensive at all. Not expensive to be in London and to be invest in London. So Newham is the borough, meaning to say Newham is like, like, for example, Singapore, you have district something, district something, district something, District 1, District 2, District 3. This in London, they have a name of the district, you see. This is Newham, Borough of Newham. So the sale price has grown. How much again? 52% since 2015. That means it has went up quite a bit. 52% since 2015. Right now we are 2024. So about close to almost not yet 10 years, okay, but they're about very, very healthy growth. Yep, that's the borough there with that color. Okay. Annual growth of 6.6%, very fair, up to only 2022 December, which is very recent. Whereas in the across London, it's only 5%. So this borough of Newham is performing better than the London average, that to say. Okay. Means what? Means this district, this borough, this um uh, uh is very popular. People are seeking to move here and to rent here, work, live, and play here. That's why it's grown. Okay. So tick off. That's the population criteria for investment is up and growing. Okay, mainstream market has seen a huge rental growth compounded by a lack of stock. Very important. Of course, you want to have your unit rented out by good tenants. So just last year alone, 20.5% rental growth. 20.5% rental growth versus only 14.9% London-wide. So you can see, I mean, you can see the graph here. Of course, you see this, that's COVID, right? When people move out and then they come back strongly. They call this the boomerang effect. The boomerang effect, yeah. What's happening in 2016, 2017 though? There's a dip right here. Yeah. And there's a slight dip here. Okay, anyway, moving on. So connectivity and open space remain the key driver for buyers. The buyers, the investors, they want very convenient transport and they want open space with a lot of green spaces and parks. The key driver for the buyers. So you can see here, these two very important to them, right? Family orientedness also, where the family can enjoy, have quality of life. Yep, proximity to the train and tube station is the top priority. Same in Singapore, same in everywhere else. Yeah. So going to the project proper is Cerulean Quarter CQ, 804 new homes. Okay, 3 phases. This is one scheme. And there are 3 phases: Block A, Block B, Block C. 178 are private, and some are shared ownership. Shared ownership means the government own half and you own half, and you pay your way until you kick the government out. So the whole ownership is yours. So it's like the government helping you to go up the property ladder until you can afford the whole sum, and then you own the flat wholly private. All right. Commercial space, 8,000 square feet, podium garden, and 2-acre linear park. Okay. The park, very important to the locals. Yeah. The open spaces. Development team is English Cities Fund. So very, very safe. These are the almost like, almost like, I don't know what you call here. It's like the HDB is building for you, something like that. I suppose something. This is Homes England and English Cities Fund. So they are really building to make sure that the locals have place to stay. So you will definitely not be overpaying for this development. It's a fair price to sell. Track record wise, they did Canningtown Rathbone Market. They did 653 new homes. There's a library, community center, New Market Square. This is done up and running, successful scheme. Salford Central in Manchester, they built over 1,000 homes. Okay. So they really built township. They have quite an experience building township. Almost 1 million square foot of workspace there. And Lewisham Gateway London, 1,000 new homes again, with the Civic Square, which is like a public square where people gather, shops and restaurants, of course, and all the amenities, yeah. Brixton, London, town center. They refurbished a grade 2 listed. Grade 2 listed means what? It's a period building. They want to preserve, and retain the historic aesthetics of the building. That's grade 2. Restoration of historic Art Deco Able House. So these are new homes. So inside are new homes. Outside it looks very, very English, old English period buildings, 19th century, like that. Yeah. So the unit mix for Cerulean Quarter, you have mostly the one bed, yeah, 47. With these are the starting price, yeah, the starting price. Of course, they already started selling since marketing since recently, late last year. So there are still available units, but I don't think the price, this is starting price. These units will have been snapped up by the locals already. By the way, this one is completing end of the year. You can use it straight away. Amenities, you have concierge, you got lounge, co-working space, yoga, wellness studio, workout classes. You have a multi-purpose function hall with a kitchen, private kitchen, and dining room, podium garden. Yep. So you also have, okay, this is what you'll be getting, right? Symphony kitchens, work surface, Samsung appliances integrated. And yeah, these are all quite impressive. This is what usually the UK, when you invest in UK, they provide a lot of things. All have balconies. You don't have to pay for balconies like in Singapore, right? And the top floor unit have big terraces and incredible views, terraces such as that you can enjoy. In the evenings, see the sunsets and sunrise, have a coffee, have some mingling with friends, invite friends over. Yeah, such that. So end of this year, completion. So that's the summary, and that's basically the gist of the introduction of the whole scheme. We have opportunities available. We can provide very good values and also promotions. We can package promotions for you and all that. So please come and speak to us, and we will guide you through all the way. All the way, we will guide you through from your purchase to financing to furnishing the apartments to finding a letting and management agent. We are strong in London. We have a lot of people that is doing this in London, helping you. For your information, I invested in London. I've never seen my place ever, not even once. I'm just collecting rent since 2014. That's for your information. And it's been good so far. Yep, price have went up. Almost zero void period. Okay. Taxes quite easy. Just file online, file paper, and go and post it. That's it. Very low taxes as well. So anything you need, you want to ask about anything, investment, taxes, everything, ask us. I've been in this business for 15, 16, 18 years. And so are my team. So feel free to connect. And not only we have this, we have other places, Manchester, Australia, and coming in Japan, Niseko Snow Ski Resort. I think even the US might be coming. Yep. So feel free to contact us, and I hope that I can give you value in terms of the service, in terms of the information, and I will not be overselling it. So if something which is I don't really like, of course I won't recommend to you. So if you have a need, if you want to buy something in overseas and you want a safe return, okay, 5%, 6%, good returns with good upside, easy to exit, London is one of the places you can consider. All right, thank you so much, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.